Hello friends, welcome back to my series on my final Animal Crossing island. You may have seen my previous videos, but if you haven't, I'm doing a 4 seasons island. I just kept getting bored whenever I was trying to finish decorating an island, and I decided that a 4 seasons island allowed me to play with so many different themes and ideas, so many different even like the seasonal decor bits. You weren't restricted to really anything at all. And beyond that, what I want to do is give each of my villagers a job. So even like beyond the regular restrictions, I'm going to give each of my villagers jobs so that all of the fun items and all the fun theming things that I just can't find a reason to use, I can somehow incorporate them into like interior builds. So that's what I'm trying to do today. I am building something that I saw. I think I was watching like an ideas video. I wish I could remember. If anyone knows who originated this idea, please let me know and I will credit them below. But I don't think that the person knew even in the video that I was watching. Anyway, this is definitely inspired by somebody else's idea. And I'd seen that they did kind of like a ski lift. Now, because I'm doing a 4 seasons island, I'm not doing a Christmas specific area on the winter island, but I was kind of struggling for ideas. I've done like kind of a coffee shop outdoor. I've got like a bookshop that I'm going to be building. I knew that I wanted to make somehow one of the villagers have a job that was like ski instructor or some kind of snow sports. So when I saw this, it was just absolutely perfect. It was going to involve a little bit of terraforming, which I didn't intend to do initially. I was trying to leave my island as close to what it was originally as possible. So everything that I've put in terms of inclines and bridges, I've made really small changes to the original shape of the island because I wanted to keep it looking like as natural as possible. So this is probably the most terraforming I've done for this particular island, but it needed to be done particularly because I wanted to have the 3 levels to make it as not as realistic as possible, but to like make it look as good as possible, because obviously you don't want to see like beyond. You're not going to see a real ski slope here, so you kind of want the illusion of height. So because I knew I wanted 3 levels, that's what I had to do. I was kind of disappointed that you couldn't add anything to that 3rd level, but at least the 3rd level kind of gives you the illusion that there is something beyond, you know? Anyway, so the whole thing is basically made up of the swinging bench, the utility pole, and what I had seen some people do with this was use the lights, so the string lights, as kind of looking like wires in the side. So they're the 3 items that I used. And I think that they come together really nicely. I think that it totally looks like a ski lift as much as it can. It involved a lot of tweaking in terms of terraforming before I felt like it was how I wanted it to be. I was very mindful that I wanted my characters to be able to get onto the lift. I wanted them to be able to on the top, on the bottom level. I wanted them to be able to get onto the chair swing so that it felt like a usable item. So that was kind of mostly what I was tweaking. I obviously needed to go back and forth ordering things to make it all work, but when it finally came together, I loved it. Then when I was making something for another build, I realized that I needed to do a little bit of terraforming to make that look its best. And I ended up going back in, terraforming it a little bit more. And I still don't feel like it's finished at this point, but again, fleshing it out a little bit more. And now it feels... Initially, didn't that 3rd level just look like it was just out there in the air? Now I feel like it looks more full, you know? It's still not done, but I feel so much further along with it where it is right now. On to the villager job that is relevant to this. So this would be Flurry, who lives right next door. He? I always think Flurry is a she, but I feel like Flurry might be a boy. Anyway, that's by the by. Flurry is the person that I had in mind to be kind of like the winter sports villager. I was going to do something like sleighs and skis, and whether it be they were like an instructor or they just sold the equipment, whatever it was going to be, that was kind of the vibe. And so when I decided to do this ski lift, I thought right next to Flurry's house makes the most sense. It was also a bit of a dead space. It wasn't really a very well used space on the bottom or at the top. So it was just like it all came together perfectly. And so obviously from there, I wanted to make it kind of like a ski lodge. Now in hindsight, and I say in hindsight, like I can't change anything. I absolutely can. Everything's still up to be changed until the final dream address has been published. But for now, I've made a shop. I've made kind of like a ski supply shop, or like a winter sports supply shop. But in hindsight, I may have done like an après ski. Let me know what you think. Is it even worth putting it in, like changing this completely after doing it? But I kind of keep feeling like maybe I should have done this as like a ski lodge, an actual lodge. The only thing that puts me off redoing it as a ski lodge is that I feel it is so easy to do something restauranty. It's so easy to kind of like fall back on it being like a cafe or a dining type theme, because there are so many items that fit with that. And a shop works, but I feel like maybe it's less common. I don't know. I'm going to have a minimum of 2 other dining establishments. So do we need an après ski? I suppose we could do, it can be a ski lodge, but it's not got the emphasis on food and drink. It could just be somewhere that you go afterwards. It's like a roaring fire and somewhere that you can go and hang out. It would basically just be like a living room, but it's got a real vibe to it that is ski. But yeah, after I actually decorated all of this, I started thinking, oh, maybe I should have gone in another direction. So you let me know what you think. I'm doing the thing I always do, which is just throw everything on the ground and see how I like it once I've started moving things around. I quite liked the idea of the awards cabinet because of the sports, because I thought that maybe would work, but I decided against it in the end. I definitely wanted to do something that felt like you could like try on the skis. So I had this little, like the floor sofa thing. I thought that was cute. You could sit down and try boots on there. I also found in the little individual items, they had shoe boxes, which was so perfect. I didn't even know this was a thing, and it's not something that I necessarily would have thought of, but shoe boxes, both colours of the shoe boxes in the end I ended up using, because I'm going to be selling skis, right? How perfect are these? They're like, the brown and black look super luxury. I also love the paper bag. I could potentially still make a logo for the ski area. I obviously just put together that the ski lift thing was like a 2-minute job. I just wanted something as a placeholder, but I do think at some point I may make a proper logo for this, but maybe I'll wait and see what this is going to be yet. Like if I change it, I'll be so mad at myself for having to make that design again. So for now, I'm just going to leave the ski lift one. And then if that is what it ends up being, then I'll just like, snow lift, I called it, because I didn't like how ski looked. So I called it snow lift. But yeah, I think I ended up putting another shoebox in here. I kind of wanted it to look a little bit packed, and I wanted it to also be very clear that you sell or you buy shoes from here, which it is, right? You also need a mirror to try things on. I did end up moving where the log burner was because I just didn't like the symmetry was off. I really wanted to be able to make that work in the middle, but it just didn't work. No matter what I put there, it just didn't work. I could have put it at the side, but I wanted it in the middle, really. So I kind of moved things around. I like where the logs are for the log burner and this to the side for trying things on. It's cozy. It's cute. Also, I really want to go back and change this. I want to make it a log cabin. I don't know why I didn't do it. I say this every single time I do a build and I do the exterior, but I wish we could see the exterior in situ. I wish we could see it where it's going to be, because it takes you out of it a little bit. Next time I do an exterior, I'm going to take a photo, take a screenshot so that I can look at it, because I just think the log cabin makes so much sense in so many different ways. I'm done 100%. I'm going to go back and change it to this, because this is what it should have been. I ended up going in a different direction because I think I kind of threw myself off a little bit and couldn't quite remember what the area looked like. But of course, it should have been like a log cabin. It should be like a ski chalet. But I don't know. I just wish that we could see it where it's going to be. I don't know why we can't. I don't know if it involves more processing. I don't know. But I went in a completely different direction and I regret it. Okay, let's go see the final result. Also, in case my microphone picks it up, my dog has come to sit with me upstairs in the office. And he is the loudest of all breathers that has ever existed in time. So if you can hear him, that's what that is. Look! Can you see? I changed the house. Obviously, I had to change the house. Obviously. But how cool is this? This looks so cool at night. Oh, I can't get around that way. Every single one of these is usable, as in you can sit on it. I added string lights to the top layer, which I feel just, it was the final touch. I kept looking at it like, is there something missing? And I don't think there is. I actually think this is all things for this house, which is going to be a bookshop. It's just, there's so much stuff that I need to collect for it. I do need to finish off some pathing, do some little, is it just that one square? Oh no, I do need to I need to kind of do some stuff around here as well. But bearing in mind, this was all wasted space. I didn't have to take anything down to build this. This was just, I think, part of the waterfall. It wasn't being used for anything else. I'm so happy that I found this as a filler idea because it just works so perfectly, especially with the winter area where I really was struggling for design ideas. I also can pop across here now. Well, you've got a little sneak peek of something that's going on in that corner, which is going to be in another video. But yeah, this is my favorite exterior build, I think, that I've done. Maybe I need one more rack of skis. Maybe that's what we're missing here. Maybe. I don't know. Should we go in and see? Since he's home, since Flurry's home, let's go visit and see what it looks like. Perfect. Because I went in and changed the exterior of the house, I did have the option to change this and do the après-ski thing, but I decided against it. Once I was inside, I thought, no, this works. I like that it's a ski shop. I think it looks cool. Maybe I should have done some sound effects or some music though. That's one thing I never remember. I don't know. What do you think? Should I make a change? Is there anything missing? I think the outside looks great and I love how it glows at night time. It's perfect. Also, let me show you, because I put some glowing moss balloons in the spring area, which I think I can access now from over here. Aha. Didn't used to be able to. But I put these pink glowing details, and so now you've got a little bit of pink glowing. Wonder, wonder, wonder. More pink glowing. Cute, cute, cute. Can't get around because of all of the gyroids. Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool. If anyone can recommend any particular ideas that they've seen for any seasonal exterior builds, let me know. Moving through, lots of little pink details, and then we've got more pink string lights coming down to the beach here. Oh, it's so cute. I'm so happy with it all. It's all coming together. But yeah, any ideas, let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.